week, including Trump tariffs and the supernatural fall from Kevin Bacon. And not Australians caring so much. Well, we're also back on the life and career of similar. And are you guilty of using across Scotland with the latest news, sports, music and culture on Digital Radio, BBC Sounds and your smart speaker. Play BBC Radio Scotland. Now the news with Derek Ferguson.
Good morning. Keir Starmer is expected to spend the weekend speaking to foreign leaders about import taxes imposed by US President Trump. Some of the tariffs have now come into force with a baseline 10% charge hitting goods from the UK and many other nations. A number of countries will see their tariff rates increase above the next week. Tina McKenzie from the Federation of Small Businesses says the tariffs are a big blow to her members.
The EU is way more important to the British economy, but America is our top individual market, and the stuff we're sending them as well, automotives, equipment, machinery, chemicals, they're all job heavy in the UK. 60%, 6 in 10 of all small businesses that export in the UK are exporting to the US.
Ukrainian officials say 5 blocks of flats were damaged in a Russian missile attack on President Zelensky's home city, in which at least 18 people were killed. 9 children were said to be among the dead. Russia's defense ministry said it carried out a precision strike, killing more than 80 military officers. Ukraine said that was false information to cover up what it called a cynical crime. The New York Times has published a video which appears to question Israel's account of an attack in Gaza, which left 15 medical workers dead last month. The footage was purportedly recorded before the Israeli forces struck a convoy of ambulances. From Jerusalem, here's Dan Johnson.
Israel justified this attack, saying its soldiers were threatened by vehicles driving towards them with their lights off. But this mobile phone footage, shared by the New York Times and filmed, it's claimed, by one of the Palestinian paramedics, shows ambulances and a fire truck clearly marked and with their headlights and flashing lights switched on. As the vehicles draw to a halt, a paramedic steps out in reflective clothing and then shooting can be heard. Israel's military said a number of Hamas and Islamic Jihad militants had been killed in the incident, but the only surviving paramedic told the BBC this week they were a civilian crew with no militant links.
The owners of TikTok have now been given until the middle of June to find non-Chinese buyers for the social media company. Failure to do so would see the app turned off in the United States. This latest extension to the negotiating period was approved by President Trump in an executive order. TikTok's owner ByteDance said there were key matters still to resolve. A campaign has been launched to protect an ancient herd of wild goats on a moor in the south of Scotland, following an outcry about a cull. The rewilding company Oxygen Conservation, who recently bought Langham Moor, say there's been a massive increase in the population of the animals and they need to be reduced to allow trees to grow. The firm paused their culling plan after concerns were raised and say they intend to resume later this year. David Braithwaite is a sheep farmer in Newcastleton and chairman of the Wild Goat Conservation Group.
Local people are absolutely up in arms about it. We had a local petition to say, please, please stop killing our goats. 4,000 people, local people, signed that petition. Now, someone living in Glasgow, 4,000 doesn't sound like a lot of people. But for those listeners who know Langham and Newcastleton, they will understand that 4,000 is nearly everybody.
And pipers, drummers and celebs will hit the streets of Manhattan later to take part in New York City's Tartan Week parade. 3,500 marchers, led by the actor Alan Cumming, are expected to take part in the celebration of Scottish culture. That's the news. Now here's Gully Singh with a look at the sport.
Thanks, Derek. 2 rounds of fixtures remain before the Scottish Premiership splits. Game of the day in the country, Rangers welcome Hibernian to Ibrox, 2nd versus 3rd. Kilmarnock play Motherwell, St Mirren travel to Dundee, and Aberdeen are away at Ross County. Championship